Yeah, totally forgot. Totally forgot that crashes. Okay. Hello. Saying goodbye to a great game. It's saying I'm live. I am live, but that's not live at the moment. Trying to find the stream so that I can get back into. Thanks, YouTube. Did I confuse you by being live and then going live and then? Okay, I'm going to close the YouTube app and start again. That's probably the best bet. There we go. There we go. Back in. Right, I forgot that I have built one of the most deadly parks known to man that crashes. So we will go extremely steady in Lost Fortress, and we will move incredibly careful. Very incredibly carefully. The curse. The curse of Lost Fortress. Do not move. No sudden moves. I will need to find someone to put it into flipcam mode. I nearly said planet flipcam. They're all up there. Oh, look at that. Took a little while this park. Yeah, it crashed, didn't it? It crashed. Of course it did. Of course it did. Yeah, this was like, I am going to push myself. And I really, really pushed it. There is a little piece on the channel that doesn't crash. It's far easier to do a video on this. That music when you enter, it's absolutely brilliant. Right, we are going to jump into flipcam. We're going to go incredibly carefully, tentatively. So yeah, I decided to push myself, and of course the seaside influence is here. And I wanted to make it so that everything was interactive. So it actually felt like a place you could go to, and it was kind of real, but not real, if that makes sense, you know, because I didn't go for realism, but I went for, you know, it had to have a function, which is why, but it still had to be steampunk, which is why these offices have massive, scary desks, but they still have computers and mice. And everything. I can't remember what I used for the mice, and they've got papers on there. And then this was a poke at, yeah, the impossification. Scrubbed out was a poke at, you know, you're taking it too far. I can't remember the game. Park Beyond, that's it. Which was I've seen some gameplay of. It looks okay, just not great. Looks okay, just not my cup of tea really. I remember the days of playing Roller Coaster Tycoon, theme park, well, what, you know, theme park games. Oh, look at that. Ooh. Still good. It's still good. It's still got it. So yeah, what causes it to crash? Possibly the hundreds of gems in it. Like I got thousands of gems. architecture, all that. This is where I think I really found my style and what I liked and enjoyed. So these are just toilets. I'm going to leap out the back here and have a quick look at this little view. So yeah, got that bridge, the airship in the background. Those airships are used again actually. I used them again in Golgotha. A bit cheeky really, but yeah, someone had to do it, didn't they? Yeah, all the towers, spires. So I was watching Silverette's stuff, steampunk, and I watched just basically everyone that built steampunk. And I looked at real steampunk parts when I was building this. I just looked at everything steampunk. But yeah, there were a few shout outs at this part. Not many people got shout outs because I think I was just more concentrated on building. But you've got 1899 SWV on the back of this steampunk car, which is like a hot rod. Yeah, you've got the lights flashing. You've got Chrissy P, and she's got her own house. And yeah. Thanks to both of you for making me cry with laughter, and Diamatti, this wouldn't be possible without your support. And yeah, if you know, you know. Yeah, that snake looks like he's having a good time. Staff only areas, so I wanted some, and I wanted it to be realistic, so I wanted the, you know, accessible. It's not very safe, but it's accessible. But in a steampunk world, safety just isn't a priority, I don't think, for good design. And you've got all this little backstage area, bins and everything, which we love to see. And I still like doing backstage areas, it's good fun doing them. Right, we're going to jump down here. Yeah, we did it. So this is Tranquility Square. I need to jump out to actually look at all the names on here. You've got Planet Flipcam, you've got the name Serenity Square, you can't get up there. But I think if I do this, yep, yeah, there we go, Hobo Billy, Danny DeVito, 81, Albris and Warren G, of course, Planet Flipcam, and it's a nice little outside area. Just got to know the tricks of the trade with my parts. I'm trying not to move too fast. And then you've got a swing here, which is dedicated to one of my boys, one of my twin boys, and the other one, there's another swing on the other side of the park with my other son's name on. And then you've got all your life buoys and everything else. And you've got your breakers as well. Oh, I've just realised I'm looking out this way, and you've got your kelp on the beach. I don't know what's going on out there. Hold on, give me a second, people. Won't be long. Right, I'm back. It's alright, I just heard some banging. Some kids in the background. Teenage kids. Cat, can you stop walking on my keyboard? Alvin's come to join me, she's walking on the keyboard. So yeah, and then we've got the nice little steampunk. Oh, I can't get down there, yes I can. A danger warning, yeah, because there's a coaster that runs right past there. I don't know, is that being inverted? I can't remember. But yeah, it's an inverted coaster. So that was my steampunk boat, and I had steampunk life buoys, or buoys, as you call them, as they're called in America. Buoys, same thing. Same thing, different day. Right, I don't want to move too fast. I don't want to move too fast because I've got to get back around the other side. Yeah, I think we can do it here. Yeah, can we? Yeah, there we go. Back into the park. Right, we'll use this backstage area. So I don't want to move too fast. So he's whipping along like a whippet. Here we go. Oh, it's just coming off the lift hill. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not good with my coastal knowledge. Oh, I can see that telescope up there. Insane. I think that's the cats banging there. So yeah, as it goes past, it interrupts the lights so they all flash. Yeah, it is the cats messing about. That's what's going on. Kittens, calm it, please. So much banging. So, industrial zone. What game is this? This is Planet Coaster, and this is the first big park. Hello, Queen. How you doing? We're saying goodbye to it this evening. Our TJ Puff's walk, and because a lot of the people we've got Planet Coaster 2 coming out tomorrow, so I will be doing Skyrim. Because I know you're a regular Skyrim viewer. I will be doing Skyrim. But this is all stuff I've built in there. And yeah, this while we. Honestly, cats, why are you fighting at this time of night? Chill out. Relax. So yeah, it's all stuff I've built by hand that took ages, hours and hours. And I'm playing Planet Zoo at the moment, and Planet Coaster 2 comes out tomorrow. But I'm just looking at all my best bits of work. Honestly, can you hear these cats? They're fighting with each other. I'm going to bang their heads together. It's like having toddlers. I honestly thought it was my boys messing about, but no, it's the cats. Plague Doctor. So we need to leap on. This was, yeah, definitely inspired by Silverette, if you know what he's done. I watch when I can, or in the mood. I've been playing Frozen Snowball Fight with the grandkids. Ah, today's. Oh, yeah, voting day. And use the school, so kids are home. Ah, I see. Yeah, we in England they tend to use the local halls. We have like town halls and stuff. And that's what they use. But yeah, this is this took me ages. I'm not going to move too fast. The reason because this level crashes this park, and it's because of, I'll show everyone. These are the offending items here, because that's about 1,000 gem pieces all stuck together. That was me just going a bit silly. And there's one there, and then there's one. I think there's two on the actual coaster. And then we've got Iron Gamers Tribute, one and all stand tall. And then we've got this, which is Stormbringer, which is a brilliant ride to watch off-ride. It's just starting now. If I can click on it, yeah, I'm going to just click on it. Right, no. Alright. No, I want to click on the ride, please. Created a brilliant ride skin. Can you click on the ride? No. Right, I want to click on the ride, please. Yeah, I appreciate how good this ride skin is. Can I click on the... Oh, I'm not editing the building. I want to... That's it. I want to click on the ride. Is there a guest facing? No, we don't want to be... Oh, I suppose Orbit would work. Yeah, Orbit might work. Yeah, there we go. So if we do that, then we get to see the full effect of Stormbringer when it gets going. So it's just building up at the moment. Going and going and going. So the idea of this, I saw someone else do a weather changing ride. It wasn't this particular ride, it was a different ride. Called Giro. So I get to watch your game. Yeah, so it brings the storm, which was took ages to work out how to do that, to change the background from white to black. colour changing is not easy in this game. But yeah, if you're on that ride, you'd be petrifying yourself, but it's good fun to watch off-ride. And then it will calm down and change back to white when the ride comes to an end. So what is essentially quite a boring ride of just going inverted all the time becomes a bit more interesting with a storm effect and everything else going on around you. Not that you'll be able to see much in the park, on the ride. You'll probably just get mist in your face all the time, but there we go. There goes the coaster in the background. And it will change it back to white as the ride comes to a close. An end. Right, we are going to be very careful because this part crashes, and that's what happened to my what happened before. Oh, and that says Diamondite Square, so I'm mentioning Diamondite. So I would go back into Plipcam, but we're just going to move very slowly and very surely. This is Dippin' Dodds Botanicals. I was really pleased that I thought that I made everything like turquoise, like aged copper. These cats are driving me up the wall. Honestly. Stop running on my keyboard. Please, girls. Stop it. Honestly, they're just running riot. And then, if you go through here... I had real trouble here though, with the roof. I didn't know how to kind of patch it up, so I just left it as open, which in hindsight looks bad. I would be able to deal with that now. Right, they're trying to knock kitties. Yeah, my kittens, or the family's kittens, Alvin and Dave. They're both girls, and they're both having a major tear about and ripping things to pieces. The tribute to, this is M&J Square, which is a tribute to Michael and Jasmine Gaming, which are YouTubers. Guest thinks Flight Aces High is cheap. I'm getting awful pictures and shots of the I don't care what you're saying about my park. It's brilliant. I built it and I enjoy it. I'm not here for the management side of things. I'm here for the theming side of things, which is pretty darn obvious from that spectacular looking bridge. And then we've got a nice little pigeon mail instead of Royal Mail, because it was a reference on the fact that mail by hand is slow these days, but it's actually a Hats Fantastic shop, so they can buy their nice little hats from there. And then we've got a well, it's only a stationery box. I can hear the cats, but we're going to jump on the coaster. We've got the main thing here just as it goes past, and we've got some entertainment here in the square. Trapeze artists over a water fountain. Watch out, you're going to get wet. I think I timed it so they would never get wet, or I made it so they would never get wet. Then you got this sort of seaside toilets with some advertising, of course, because everyone likes to be advertised too. Oh, that's the reason the game crashes a lot. It's right over there. I came up with a nice idea of fish in this as well, which are just pine cones, Christmas decorations. When you look like this, they seem like fish from over on the path. And then we've got this is the other station, the entrance to the other station. So you've got your tickets, and then you come in. And I wanted the rough seas as well. It's all here. Oh, and you've got Wizzo Sweets, which is another Monty Python reference, because they the Wizzo Sweet factory is the ones where they talk about live crunchy dead frogs and all that. Oakenfold, which is Paul Oakenfold furniture, handcrafted furniture, which is reference to Paul Oakenfold, obviously, who's a musician, DJ, trance. Trying to think of the name of it, trance. And then you've got all these buildings. A lot of what I just did was stick columns on things. You got a really nice view in here, though. In the this is a restaurant and a hotel. So you've got the restaurant on the left-hand side and the hotel on the right-hand side. But then you've got a viewpoint, and this is a view. You can see the coaster, the stormy seas. And that's what I really wanted. So let's just stand here for a minute. And yeah, there it goes. And you see all the lights flashing on the other side as the coaster comes by. We've been looking at it far too much. Yeah, you've got Shore Leave Hotel and Shore Leave Restaurant. My camera work, I am so sorry, I'm not used to doing this. It's shoddy, to say the least. Oh, you've got a little bit of an area here. And you've got lighting on this steampunk ride scheme scissor. Which kind of lends itself to this. Yeah, jack of all trades scissor. Yeah, and the idea was this is the Crazy Inventor's place. So you walk past the Crazy Inventor's house. Where's the bit I really like on his house? Oh, it's here. Yeah, where I positions a statue of a mermaid in a nice and weird way to do that. So she's looking down on you when you're in the queue. It's all cool things like that. And you've got the water tower, and then you get on the scissor, which flashes and light. But we are going to jump on. If I get out of this, we're going to jump on Flight Aces High, and yeah. So it's obviously based on Flight. And where's the? I put some people in the. Oh yeah, with scarves, complete with scarves and backpacks. So they look like they were pilots. That's the idea. Right, we're going to jump on in here. There's loads of stuff going on here, steampunk stuff, but we are going to ride the coaster because that's why we're all here, really. We love coasters. So yeah, the fear level isn't ridiculously high. I think I tried to make it more realistic, as in, yeah, 3.96 vertical G-force, 4.95. That's about right. The laterals are a bit high. So yeah, but don't know that. Getting 7 inversions, 3 airtime, and yeah, track scenery rating very high. Very important to get that very high rating on track scenery rating. Right, let's enjoy. Yes, yeah, Queen. The new ones tomorrow. I'm just reminiscing about all my old parks. But yeah, that was my first attempt at a steampunk park. There's a few other parks and things I've done that people haven't seen that I was going to show um, on the stream. So, Project Fallen Angels, what was that? Let's have a quick look. Things that I've created. Yeah, the new one's out tomorrow, and I've probably spent a good 1,000 odd hours in this game. At least 1,500 hours. I can't remember exactly how long. I could look, but I remember we were putting all our times in the pumpkin patch. Oh yeah, nice little coaster. Yeah, so this is my attempt at a Halloween part, as you may or may not be able to tell. And there are things that aren't native in Planet Coaster, like corn. So this isn't corn, these are all trees to get that nice waving effect. But yeah, I was trying to get that nice spooky vibe, danger, heavy machinery. But yeah, I was trying to get that nice spooky look. But I sort of abandoned this project. Some knights fighting when you come in, with flames all around them. It's perfectly safe for a theme park, of course. A crow on these little huts, these little buildings which have interiors. I spent ages building proper beds, and oh, someone's been stabbed in there, as you do. Nice Halloween type stuff. And then another little one there. I'm moving tentatively because we've just been on Lost Fortress. I've got a rat in this one that runs under the bed and then comes out. So a lot of all this stuff you have to build custom. The bookcase not so much, but a lot of the things you have to build custom, and it's very hard to build them. You know, to make chairs and things because there aren't many small pieces. Right, we are going to jump on this little coaster. It's the pumpkin patch, which, yeah, very cute little station. Hang on, time is. Oh, it's not locked at the time it was at. All right. I don't know what. Oh, so if it gets daylight, then. So yeah, it's testing at the moment, but it is a kiddie coaster. That doesn't work, does it? Daylight doesn't work. Can we go back to? Oh, it goes to 4:20 p.m. Ah, because it's just a nighttime park. I get you. Yeah, I'll go to one that. Yeah, my longest project took me a month and a half, but I was pulling 14-hour days and things, so I was doing some crazy things. Yeah, we'll do guest facing, but look forward. Or should we just do look forward from car 2, car 1? Yeah, we'll just do look forward. Yeah, it takes some time to make these things because you construct the coasters, make them, smooth them out. So this is a nice little kiddie coaster. I'm so glad it's a 2-lap special because you'd be really gutted if you queued all that time and it just went round once in a circuit, wouldn't you? You'd be like, well, that's not my money's worth. Yeah, the Planet Coaster music is fantastic. It's finding the right music for the right coasters and to get the right feel. And this, yeah, I think I hit the nail on the head, the pumpkin patch. There was another thing, but I think this is what finished it. Was trying to build an entire yeah, massive fortress castle. It just took me ages, but then I built this other coaster, which, yeah. I was getting better at building coasters. I'm not sure I could do this personally. Building on Fallout 4 makes my head hurt. I build mode in Minecraft, which I found relaxing. It is relaxing building in this. You just you build your way up to knowing what you can do. Yeah, another Halloween. This will be a werewolf or vampire-based coaster. I can't remember what idea I had for it, but anyway, I'm gonna enjoy this one as well. And I'll shut up for a second. It is relaxing, I think, building, but I take on massive projects like this, obviously, and it's just not, because I'm overdoing it, because it's theme park, you tend to overdo the design and everything, you tend to make it a lot more spectacular. Like this is, I think these are, oh no they're not, these here, let me get to daylight, let's just, it's a gem piece with it's hundreds of pieces all put together, but one good thing about Planet Coaster is you could put two pieces equidistant apart and then rotate them and rotate them. It just takes a bit of time, but that's how I create that effect. They're all brackets that have been rotated. I'm doing a personal. Oh, nice. So yeah, you could probably design a house in this game. Oh, and I've done a graveyard which has got a tribute to all the people in the community. I do have 3 player home schematics for Skyrim also. Yeah, Fallout. You were saying about building in Fallout 4. Yeah, I've done a lot of building in Fallout 4. I think a lot of the games I play have creative elements. I thought about this earlier. So yeah, I've got loads of people's names in here. Silverette, Silex, Fistful of Herbs, Eric Draven. Yeah, Eric Draven with the crow on him. If you know, you know. Jimi Hendrix. All people that have influenced me. Black Lodge, Gold Georgie, I Am Possible. Web Gaming, Corvus, Mossy, Mr. Antonio, Mackie G, Jasmine, Michael, M&J Games. There's banging as well, I just heard it. It's pretty creepy, this part. Yeah, it's like someone trapped in somewhere and you can hear like knock, knock, knock. I don't know whether you can hear it, actually. But I hear 44% with just this. And so what I wanted to do couldn't be done, basically. So I'm really hoping they do a Halloween theme again in Planet Coaster 2, because you'll be able to do Planet Coaster 2 is PS5 only, so you'll be able to do a lot more. Oh, a spooky carousel. Spooky carousel. Something creepy about a carousel, and yeah, I got it to continually go. I think it's just testing at the moment. Yeah, it's just testing. So eventually you would, once I open the park, you'd have people in there, but I was possibly going to not open the park. Generator. The electricity going out. I can't remember what I was doing there. I think that's triggering something. What is that? What? It's doing something. I don't know what it's doing. I want to put Dippin' Dodd's construction site in there, because there's something, anything that's normally a hive activity, when you see it with nothing on and abandoned. Yeah, this is Planet Coaster. This is all the original Planet Coaster, but Planet Coaster you see the complexity meter down the bottom where it says 44%. I've nearly used 50% of the design build just doing that. So yeah, I probably would never be able to finish this part. So that's why it got abandoned. Let's load up another one. Yeah, it's all very different. You can build lots of different themes and do lots of different things. Destination Falls, we got Pioneer Park. Pioneer Park I was working on, which was like a western. It's quite nice, a little park. I'll load it up. And then I got asked partly through doing that by Iron Matty to do a Red Dead Redemption park, which I did. We'll go to that, and that's absolutely that really tested me because I love Red Dead Redemption 2, just the sheer design of it. So this got abandoned at 61%. It is available on my Xbox with 3 versions at $50, $60 and $90. Yeah, the $90 one probably have all the DLCs, which is all the add-on stuff, which is worth getting. But Planet Coaster 2 is coming out tomorrow, and it'll be out on your Xbox, and it's compatible between PlayStation 5, Xbox and PC. So you can share parks with people. PC people may be able to build beyond what the consoles can handle, but and it'll get to a point where it'll tell them if you build any past this point, you'll no one will be able to play it on console. So this is Pioneer Park because I love Western stuff. Which is a nice tribute. We've got this as soon as you come in. I'm waiting for those guns to do something because I know they do. I just don't know when. Probably every hour, on the hour. Come on. Come on. Okay, I give up. As soon as I look away, oh there we go. I said, see, one shoots onto one and then shoots onto the other. And you got all your shops around the edge. The bank. Now we'll wait for a sale. I usually use my free gift cards. I am with points on my Xbox and Xbox Planet. With Daddy and bonus points with it. Oh yeah, I've got enough to buy games from cats are honestly climbing up the wall. Yeah, I get points on PlayStation 5, and I've had enough to buy games as well. See, a nice tribute to the older Wild West. So what's this? Oh, they're all queuing for the train. Would you honestly trust that man and buy a train ticket off him? So yeah, I wanted to make it like an open station, a bit more like there would have been in the West. I do loads of research when I built these parks into what is historically accurate, and B, what would look good in the theme park setting. So, but yeah, I tried to make the bins. By just looking at the phone app every day, it earns 5 to 10 points per day, around 300 a month. Oh, that's not bad. That is not bad at all. Yeah, PlayStation isn't quite that good. But when you spend money, it gives you so many points and things. When you do certain things like achievements, it does set achievements as well. But oh, they don't like this part. They've broken the just playing 50 minutes down. The console gets me 10 points. For another 300. Ah, nice. Yeah, they don't like this park. They've destroyed the bins. And a proper... Oh, Jack Daniels, Tequila, Gulpy, Street Fox, Pip Shot, Cosmic Cow, Budweiser, and Samuel Adams. And they actually come in here. The reason they come in here, I put a toilet in there. And then if you go upstairs, Marshal McQueen and Deputy Dragon Girl, Sheriff Office. Education is the cornerstone of civilization. I deal with the good, the bad, and the ugly. Brilliant reference there to a classic western. This is out on the balcony area. Well, why have they all got red lights? And it's very realistic, putting red curtains in front of the doors. Interesting. So yeah, nice queue line. To play 5 days a week, I get a bonus of 2. Yeah, nice. Right, I am going to quickly have a 5-second break because I need a comfort break. But then we'll jump on this coaster in a minute, which looks about ready to leave, and have a look at the park. So yeah, don't go anywhere. I'll be back shortly. Right, that's a lot better, and I'm back. Let's jump on this coaster, Bird of Prey, 57 rating. Okay, we don't want to be on this train, we want to be on this train. We want to close, and we want to go. Want to go soon? Yep, there we go. I love that guitar track. It's really nice. So yeah, it was just all. So this eventually went on to become became Malden Park, which is the park I did after this. Chairplanes by the water. But what I learnt in here served me really well for Malden Park. Got Trailblazer here. Got an old photography set. That's a Christmas animatronics, but I just that's the closest you had to like some people dressed in attire that would be fitting of the age, I think. And yeah, Trailblazer, we'll jump on this one, which is a Woody. I think it's actually an RMC. So yeah, it's an RMC. Nicely lit queue path. Lots of nice rock work. It just took ages to do this station, which is all a nice warm firing. Right. And it's a Steel Vengeance. It's really what it is. I think I tend to use a lot of in-game elements. My controllers being funny. 3.72 Gs, yeah, the lateral Gs are high, 4.494, 7 inversions, 5 airtime count. Yeah, so we'll enjoy this one. Night ride for this one. Okay, no a day ride. Once we get up the lift hill, we're ready to go. So I think this coaster was the first time I really experimented with custom elements, like custom, place loose articles here for that realism. And then we come out the nice little queue line. Yeah, it's still a functioning park. Scenery all round. But this eventually went on to become Morgan Park. So I was building this, and I actually took some of these buildings. This was a tribute to Red Dead Redemption 2. It's the first building that you go into, where you meet Sadie Adler. So it is that actual, it's pretty much the same layout as that building. Got a nice steam train. So yeah, I had all these ideas. So I probably could have finished this park. And we also have a log flume, which we will ride. And yeah, the train goes all the way over the log flume, but we'll jump on this. Prospector's Path. I'm not queuing that long to go on Prospector's Path. What's wrong with you? Hold on. I think we've got a child in the front. We have. So we'll just go look forward. It's the best way to do it. Yeah, I think you'll get very wet on this ride. Very wet indeed. So yeah, you can see I like the nature side of things, with all the designs and everything, but the foliage is highly limited in Planet Coaster. We're hoping for a lot more foliage, and you can resize it in Planet Coaster 2, so it's going to be a game changer. Oh, brilliant. Oh, you're getting soaked. That's brilliant, because he shoots it, it explodes, and he blows himself off there. Triggered effects. More triggered effects coming up, come on. Yep. Gunfight. Oh, and they shot holes in the water barrels. And now we get even wetter. It's got some nice ideas and sort of fun stuff. Oh, well, if you weren't wet now, you'd definitely be wet. Sorry, Dave. Dave's come to sit with me. I think I had it turn off. Yeah, I did. I had it turn off, so you don't actually get wet. And coming up for the final drop. So Morgan Park, that I went on to do, doesn't have a log flume. Which kind of makes me think I should finish this one. But then Planet Coaster 2 comes out tomorrow at 3 PM. So the incentive's not really there. It took me ages to do the rock work on this. It took me forever. Trying to get it all to look right so that it wouldn't collide with the log, the actual, yeah, the boat you're in. The flotation device, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, Morgan Park, Iron Matty asked me to make it. He was like, yeah, do a Red Dead Redemption 2 park. So he played Red Dead Redemption 2 and I knew I was playing it and really enjoying it on stream. And it's a fantastic game, and I was like, that's going to be a daunting task. It's going to be so hard to do, because only the scale was different for a start from Planet Coaster, because everything in Planet Coaster, for people that don't play or don't know, it's all 4x4, like buildings. Let me quickly show you. Okay, saw her daughter, so it's time for dinner. Good night. See you next time. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for joining me, Quinn. And I will continue waffling away. How do we... Oh, edit building. It's been so long since I did that. So look, yeah, everything's 4x4 or 4x2 or 4x1 in height. It's very I think if I went back to Planet Coaster now, I'd have difficulty knowing how to create. No, I don't think I would. I think I'd pick it up pretty quickly. Nice alligators. So this is the queue for the log flume, and you've got, yeah, well, meant to be alligators, but they're crocs, because that's all that was in the game. Waffling away. Oh, I like that. I might need to start saying that. Yeah. Yeah, it's an English term for talking to yourself. Something I get accused of a lot. More rabbit than Sainsbury's, some would say. Oh, and then, yes, one final thing in here worth looking at. So you've got the nice eagles, which are totally appropriate for a Western park. But then you've got the Swift Drifters, barn dance, which the exit's there, and the queue's here, in a barn, and we'll get on the next ride. You can see it kind of happening there. I don't want to ruin it. I think it works better at night. I don't know whether I have a time machine on it. We'll wait till it ends. Yeah, come on, hurry up and finish. I'm watching you. Oh, it's getting towards night time now anyway. There we go. Right, we're going to jump on. Jump on barn dance. So yeah, I took the I put basic shapes over to make them look like they're wearing skirts and things, like they would for a good old line dance. And you've got some crows and some honest-looking cowboys and cowgirls around. But once it gets going, I'll let you enjoy this, because I put a lot of effort into this Swift Drifters. You can do anything with the Swift Drifters. And I covered up the track. It took me... This is where I started learning how to separate buildings and do things like that. Have we got a kid or not? Interesting. Let's have a look. See where we've actually got a... Yeah, we're on a kid's seat. So, cabin 2. Yep. We'll go back that way. That's it. That's better. Yeah, the custom drum there on the left hand side. Right, let's go. Come on, put the seats down. Yep, away we go. I can talk over this. Oh, they're enjoying themselves there, but it's beginning to get a bit much. Yeah, so I made like custom banjo, and a washboard. I think as it gets going, I think I have time triggered effects as well. So I really want it to be a kind of enjoyable experience, but on ride and off ride. And the music is just, yeah, music's brilliant. Come on. I know something happens. I know something else happens. I remember programming it. I remember spending ages putting the trigger effects in and working out the timings and everything. Come on. Are we going to get anything? Yes? No? Perhaps we missed it. Nope. Scruff is in here as well now. All cats and kittens. Perhaps it takes ages to get going. Yep, there we go. Brilliant. Nice, enjoyable barn dance. One of my favourite flat rides I think I've ever done this, and it's never been released. Never been released. Yeah, I remember programming that all. And yeah. Woohoo! Monthly profit is £3,500. There we go, we are rocking and rolling. So yeah, all authentic looking buildings. It's all fairly simple, but effective. And that's what I learnt to do. So this style of building here, I learnt to do. You'll see a lot of this. Oh, and a church. A graveyard with what? Oh, roses and yeah, people can come and look at the boot hill. Ah, and then you've got an actual chapel. Yeah, fully themed inside with lights to the outside. It's a shame that we don't have any stained glass windows or anything. But yeah, all effectively so you can look in from the outside. Oh yeah, it's yellow windows, so it's kind of stained glass. You could probably do a lot more. Now I could probably find thinner objects. It's very hard to find thin like stuff to do that, and they've got that in Zoo. Very thin, so you can make windows, custom windows and things a lot easier. Nice water feature. So we're going to jump over to, well, hang on. Oh, this is the schoolhouse. And I think I did do the interior of this. Yep, nice little interior. And then you're back at the start. I want a proper outhouse. All custom. That's 100% made out of every single little block. In case you don't know your Planet Coaster pieces. Yeah. So, fondly looking on this park. Massive building here. And this was just for Hats Fantastic and just a memento. Rattler Ranch. Not very popular. And a little toilet block next door. If I went to a theme park like this, I'd be over the moon. I'd be stoked. There used to be a Western Park in the UK, but it doesn't exist anymore. So that was that. That went on to become Morgan Park. Destination Falls, I've skipped that. That kind of has some nice ideas in. There is some nice coasters in it, but there's not much in scenery wise, so it's not that great to look at. Because I think I just put down the coasters and the rough layout of the park, and then that was it. So this at 99% Morgan Park. And if you know your Red Dead Redemption 2, you'll know that you're looking at Valentine. And this is yeah, this is exactly like it is in I say exactly, as close as I could get it in Red Dead Redemption 2. Down to where the writing is, everything. Interiors in the hotel, which is the hotel you stay in Red Dead Redemption 2, with completely custom fronts and everything. Yeah, that is the layout. And I had it so guests could come in here. There isn't an upstairs. There's no upstairs, unfortunately, because we all know Arthur Morgan would be staying in here, but it's actually buildings inside. But there is the door, the window, and this window, yeah, if you play the game of Red Dead Redemption 2, you could break in that window and stay there for free. But I didn't tell you that. And there's the shop across the way. So yeah, Worth's General Store. And it's all but the interior is different. Obviously I had to make it Planet Coaster, but I made it as interesting as I could. And still tried to make it as sympathetic or to the time obviously. Then you've got Smithfields. Interesting quest happens up here in the back room. If you go through this door and then in through this door, which is just restaurant rooms. So you're like, why is that restaurant rooms? Well, if we go in the front of Smithfields, in the saloon, rooms, meals and barbers, you can play poker on the right hand side. Complete poker table. Oh, whoa, sorry about the camera, dodgy camera work. With chips, the poker table. Yep, and they all come in to go to the restaurant. You've got the bar. Just so much of Red Dead Redemption 2 is flooding back to me just by walking around this part. Yeah, this is the exact layout. Yeah, there's nothing in this either. I could have done an interior, but there isn't anything. Then we've got the next shop, next one. Yeah, which is a building you can't go into. Then you got the drugstore, or the what we would call Boots in the UK. House herbs and drugstore, and you've got a weighing machine in there and everything. I was just trying to think of things that would be appropriate to the time. And then in the back, I think, have you got anything? No. See, I remember something dodgy happens. Oh, you can rob this place as well. You can rob pretty much any place in Red Dead Redemption 2. You've got the church, which it hasn't got a custom roof on. If I built a custom roof for that, it kind of is a custom roof. Thanks, Cat. What are you doing? That's Scruffy, by the way. But it has got a kind of custom stained glass window. Nothing inside. You know, it's just all pieces. Well, just to make things look the way they are. Massive objects used for a tiny little piece on the outside. Anchors to hold the church bell. Makes perfect sense. So at a distance, yeah, the church looks good. But the spire isn't that good, and I could make a better spire now. I've probably got the knowledge because I've started doing custom roofs. Yeah, custom roofs are just another, take your builds to a whole new level. So these are all in-game roofs, but I was trying to work out ways of doing it. And I was also mindful of piece count, because when I built these two buildings I built first of all, and I just watched the thermometer, the Oswald meter just shot up at a ridiculous level. So you've got the gun shop here, and tried to make that as realistic as possible, or as sympathetic as possible to the time. And then you got the bank. This took ages to do. And the cashier, and yeah, this is the bank. It's actually a staff room. Have I got anything here? Nope. No, that's it. But yeah, that is the bank you rob in Red Dead Redemption 2, and we've been in here for the Saints Hotel. So that is the entire of Valentine. But yeah, there are, obviously I had to make it. This I built for something else, this horse, if I'm honest. But then I was like, no, that's too good not to use. I think I built it for my Halloween park. I was going to use it in that. And perhaps have it flaming. Maybe. So, yeah, that's a fair few pieces. Right, Dave's just bitten me. Dave, move. She's attacking my wire from my controller. Alvin and Dave, stop attacking wires. Controller wires and PlayStation wires are not used to attack. So a monument. So yeah, they come and look at this because there's actually a thing there. A monument to all the horses that gave their lives in the Old West, both law enforcement and bandits as well. Arthur Morgan, thank you. I think that's a quote from the game, because I did copy quotes from the game and use them. That's an exit to the train station, and yeah, train station. So it's very hard to kind of make the feel of Red Dead Redemption 2, but I think I pulled it off quite well. This is obviously base camp, your first base camp, or your second second base camp after the tutorial, really, but the one he spends a lot of time at. Oh, we're in trees. Get out the trees. Thank you. Where's the... And that's actually the start of the park. So that's where you start. You would come in there. And that is... where it says Morgan Park. And obviously Morgan being the legend himself, Arthur Morgan. Just... yeah. It just took me ages to work out scaling ideas. I kept going into the game, taking screenshots, coming back, building, taking screenshots, coming back. It just took forever, and it's totally daunting, knowing how good Red Dead Redemption 2. That's actually for my adventure park, that eagle, and I just used it again for eagle flies. Obviously from Pioneer Park, the eagles, so I put them back in this park. And then bridges, and that's the waterfall, and that's based on the waterfall where up north in Red Dead Redemption 2, near where you find lots of pumas and things. Pumas? Is it pumas? I think it's pumas. And the train stations, that's the one where you Flatneck Station, where you play cards and find the Reverend when he's had a few too many and goes wandering off and you have to save him. The only thing about this is they don't stop. Oh look, they don't stop for trains. They will do that in Planet Coaster 2. Hooray! Guess we'll stop for trains. And we can do stuff like that. So that'll be awesome. That will be awesome, believe me. Then you got another building from Red Dead Redemption 2. I think I just took a picture of it and I was like, I like that. And I went there, I rode out there and just took loads of screenshots, just to get the exact sort of feel of it. And the chicken coop outside. Yeah, it took forever and a day to build this. A little horse and cart, completely custom cart, and that's a completely custom cart as well. There are actually wagons in the game, but none of them looked right, so I was like, I'll build my own. I'll just build my own, because as you do. And then we've got Country Pursuits. Alright, so we'll do this first of all, which is a quest in Red Dead Redemption 2. And this is a Steel Hydra suspended coaster. I'll wait till it gets back in the station. Which is a spinning, suspended swinging coaster. I might come back to Country Pursuits another time. So, the stats wise, let's have a look. Yeah, 52 miles per hour, 1.7 G, 2.74 vertical G. So it's really nice, really gentle. Airtime 1 and track scenery rating high. It only got a high rating. Right, I'll let you be the judge of that though, once we've rode it, because I think it's worthy of more than a high rating. We'll fast forward. This is based on the swamp area in Red Dead Redemption 2. So, yeah, enjoy. I think we have a kiddie. Do we have a kiddie? Let me have a look. No. Yes, we do. Kids in the front. Right. Kids. No offense to kids, but yeah, we got adults for the next one. We got an adult in the front seat. Good. So this park is making nearly 10 grand, so that tells you how good it is. Yeah, you can tell it's the swamp area because of the crocodiles, alligators, because there were alligators in the swamp area of Red Dead Redemption 2. Alright, we're either in seat 1 or seat 2. Either or works for me. Yeah, let's have a look. I think we are in adult seat. Let's have a look. No. Guest facing. Yes, we are. Brilliant. Alright people, let's enjoy this little coaster. notice by the tree there was actually a cowboy standing there, and he's in the colours of, well, he was Arthur Morgan. If you click on them, I think he's actually named. A crocodile jumping up there. So yeah, I had a lot of trouble with this, sort of controlling it as it came into the G's were being spiked when it came in, because it comes in, and so I had to slow it down correctly and gradually and bring it in nicely, and then the G-force just dropped completely. But yeah, it's a nice little coaster. Just a quick, fun coaster. But over here, here's one of my favourite coasters. This is the prison. You do a mission, you fly the hot air balloon over this. And yeah, loads of things happen around this coaster. Yeah, look, you can see they'll get shot and things. And Arthur Morgan and Sadie Adler there. But yeah, if you walk in the queue, it's got that music playing again, which we discovered in the last one. There you go, Arthur Morgan and Sadie Adler. And then the alligators, the gators, and then yeah, in we go. So I really enjoyed this coaster, building this coaster and everything about it. And yeah, Icarus and Friends, which is the quest where you fly the balloon in over. And I think now I'm starting to pay more attention to G-force and things. Yeah, 1.3 lateral G, 3.52, much more realistic, minus 2.13. Yeah, it's all good. 3 airtime account, very high track scenery rating, so enjoy this. This is a nice one. After the massive lift hill, we can talk while we go up the lift hill. Now both the kittens are sat with me now, and I think the cat's in here. Yeah, Scruffy's in here, so they're all sitting in here and chilling. But yeah, away we go. If you're lucky enough there, on that bridge, you get... Oh, I forgot about that, the bloke falling off, yeah, as you come back in the station. If you're lucky enough, you get the train coming past as you go underneath. So yeah, this is... that's Icarus and Friends. I really like this, and this is very sort of nature orientated. See, there goes the train. And yeah, if you're really lucky, you get the train going past, and it's spectacular. So this is... horse bonding, which is a reference to a game mechanic where you know, which is obviously based on reality, really. A little camping area. So yeah, each Arthur Morgan is named. Right, we're back at behind the O'Driscoll salted meats side business. I'd forgotten about the O'Driscolls actually, and then there was like the main enemy. Street Fox, yeah. If you're going to have a mascot, it's got to be a fox, really. It's the only appropriate thing. All the effects. Yeah, so this is highly nature orientated. Eagle Flies and Country Pursuit. So Eagle Flies is... Oh, Eagle Flies is over there. And then you've got this one, which is The Wheel. Another quest from Red Dead Redemption 2. See, you know, yeah, I should be in the theme park business. I love it. I'd love to build stuff like this. In reality, if I went to a theme park like this, I'd be having... Forget Disney. Bring back some cowboys. More West theme parks. Be awesome. You're like, oh, they don't have the appeal. That's what they said about pirates. Now, the equivalent of Pirates of the Caribbean with cowboys, and you'll be onto a winner. There you go. That's my top tip. Make cowboys cool again. I mean, cowboys are cool. Clint Eastwood, for crying out loud, you know. The man's a legend, and still does good films now. So and oh yeah, this is the switch tracks and everything. Yeah, I built, and then this. We need to jump into clip cam for this, so we're gonna grab some poor unsuspecting. You've got some serious. That's an impressive bit of facial hair, mate. Willie Porter, I salute you. We stand Willie Porter. Alright, we're gonna go into first person mode and walk down here. My cats have done something. I don't know what they're doing. My stream is closed. Right, there we go. I'm back in it. Yeah, where my cats had sat on my phone, they turned the stream off. Thanks, cats. Nice one. Right, let's get rid of that. Control Shift G. Like the HUD. And away we go. Let's yeah. So this is based on the valley area in Red Dead Redemption. So, again, no, I don't need to keep saying the game name. It's just such a good game. In case you didn't know, A Brother Where Art Thou? Another side mission. All these are references to missions. Every single ride name. That's where the train goes across. And that's a reference to something that happens in the game. There's just so much. Yeah, both the brothers in the barrels. And it's, of course, a drop tower. Because as we know, both of them get in a barrel to try and impress a woman. And to impress a lady. Yeah. So this custom stuff, like custom, it's simple. Looking at it now, it looks simple compared to the stuff I'm probably using more pieces in this than I would use in Planet Zoo. But Planet Zoo gets a much better result, and it takes longer. There's a brilliant little check box you can tick in Planet Coaster where you can centralize the rotation point, which makes creating very easy. It doesn't exist in Planet Zoo, much to my annoyance. Yeah, I could probably do more with this because that's a bit bland over on the right hand side. So yeah, to me this all looks a bit bland, but I've been playing Planet Zoo. So yeah, hoping Planet Coaster 2 just delivers that foliage, allows me to create this beautiful wood park. So this is based on the snowy area. Yeah, and it's some buildings. That's one of the buildings that isn't in the snowy area. It's in one of the mountains, but that is an actual building you can visit, and it is just a place where you can just hang out and collect supplies, and it's way off in the mountains. And yeah, that's actually a toilet. They're both do the same thing. Outlaws from the West. American Venom, which is one of the quests towards the end, the missions towards the end. And yeah, this coaster is just loads of trigger work at everything. These are all the buildings, like you stay based on the buildings you stay in, and the snow falling off. It's just, yeah, fantastic. Moose Ribs, Charles Refuge, Charles, yeah, we stand Charles. He was awesome. I liked Charles in Red Dead Redemption 2. He's a really good character. In fact, all the characters are really good. Charles Smith, John Marston, Sadie Adler, American Venom. Yep, they're all characters. If you know your Red Dead Redemption 2 storyline, you know why. What's happening there? We're going to jump on this. Hold on, before it goes anywhere. American Venom, which has an awesome soundtrack. Let's quickly, one quick question about this coaster. Results, yeah. So G-forces, yeah, not too bad at all. 5.4 G, which for inversions, airtime 8, very high scenery rating. So yeah, and I've been on a coaster that I pushed 5 Gs. It's a heck of an experience. Coasters like that don't do it for long. I don't think this does it for long, but it's that moment it does it, it squashes you. It's a great feeling. It's why you ride coasters, and why we're going to ride this coaster. And yeah, pay attention to all the people. There's loads of animatronics around the edge, and they all react and do things to you in the coaster. I don't know whether seat 2 is actually better. I think seat 2 is better on this ride. Let's try it. So yeah, I spent ages working out where to get the triggers for that. But yeah, I was really proud of that. All the lighting effects, all the particle effects and everything. When you come back in the station, it's all there. It's all there. Yeah, and everything reacts to you. To see it better, we could possibly ride it again in cinematic. I don't know whether cinematic would do the job or whether we would need to do it in look forward. Perhaps look forward might work. So yeah, and we'll go back a few. Yeah, so we'll get the people in front of us, but you will also hopefully see more. We'll go for the back car. Yeah, right at the back, and then you should be able to see all the effects. Yeah, all the particle effects. That's meant to be like light particle effects, but that's actually glow flies. But yeah, it's light particles. Honestly, that's what it is. Just like you get in the sunlight. Come on, peeps, get on the ride. Oh, come on. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, you should be able to see the effects a little better now because we're further back. But there's loads of things that happen all around. It's meant to simulate the gunfight. And as you know, if you play Red Dead Redemption Quest, you end up fighting loads of people. Such a good game, such an enjoyable experience, and the storyline's really good to boot. Yeah, to bring this music in towards the end, I have to put speakers all around the ride. You can't hear it very well because obviously the noise of the coaster, the train on the coaster. But there's all references to things that happen after the things that happen with Arthur Morgan. But there is one thing that, spoilers, if you have not played Red Dead Redemption 2 and you don't want to know what happens, do not look at it, right? Just stop watching the stream or fast forward for the next 5 minutes or so. But right, there is a tribute to yeah, Icarus and Friends is broken down. So yeah, that's a nice little tribute to something that happens. So yeah, annoyingly, because obviously you know from the previous statue, that's there's actually another person there and a street lamp. How did I hide the street? Did I hide the street lamp in the other one? Did I not hide the street lamp? What? And it's stationary, but yeah, it's a tribute to. Right, but they normally sing. Stop singing. Stop it. Stop it. Country Pursuit is broken down. Yeah, all my coasters are breaking down. Right. We are going to jump on the train in a minute though, because and just do a final tour of the park. There's all little fireflies around the. There's just so much detail in this, and because I put loads of detail into it because I know there's so much detail in Red Dead Redemption 2. I kind of, you know, wanted to pay homage to how good that is, and this, by doing this, kind of pushed me to want to do more. Wanted me to do, yeah, pushed me to do the next project. Right, we are going to fast forward till we leave the station. We'll just finish working on the train on the train. Come on, get on. And tour this brilliant little park. It's really nice when you get the coast coming down and round past you, but it doesn't always happen. Custom water tower, and yes, there are water towers in the game, but they don't look like the ones from Red Dead Redemption 2, so I built my own ones. This is one of the buildings. You can go visit a woman up there, and Arthur Morgan becomes friends with her and kind of help her out a bit. She's like living up there by herself, but she has a bit of trouble with some local bandits. So yeah, you deal with them. I think you go and hunt for her or something as well. The hunting in this game. Oh, and then yeah, the guy who takes photos. There's the camera being reused with Arthur Morgan from the Pioneer Park. The bridge explodes, of course, the bridge explodes. It basically tours the whole bridge. This is a bridge that's absolutely going, you know, everything. As I say, I just took so many reference photos and it was insane, just to try and get the look and feel. It took so much work. And obviously, again, after the first time doing it and realised I didn't have the right shots, I went into photo mode. Luckily, Red Dead Redemption 2 had beautiful photo mode, and I went in and I could take pictures from all the angles I needed to, and do everything I needed to. Right, we're going to fast forward this station because everyone needs to get on and we need to get going. Move on, move. Oh, that was carnage. So, yeah, I think I achieved what I set out to do with this park. And that I'm really proud of. It just took so long. And looking at it now, there's bits I could improve, but I have 1%. I have 1%. I couldn't do any more work. I hit max. And you have to compromise. All the time we're building Planet Coaster, you would have to compromise your design. You wouldn't on PC, but yeah, console version, you had to compromise. And that's frustrating, really. Now come on, we want the roller coaster going by. No, missed it. You know, but like over there is nothing. Really, I would fill that out a bit more if I had space to put it out. Quite simple too. Custom tunnels, you know, as you'd expect. Poisonous water in there. Another reference to part of Red Dead Redemption 2, and there's another reference coming up in a bit. This crow reacts to, yeah, there you go. Crow reacts to the train. And then, yeah. And that's the famous train robbery. that where they stick the oil tanker on the tracks and Arthur Morgan Stanley's on it. It's just, that is so iconic. So iconic. It's brilliant. So yeah, I took a lot of inspiration from the game, and realised that nature was a big part of it. And so I had the park had to be very natural looking. But I wish even looking at it now, I still think I could do more, which is insane if you think about it, because the amount that's in there is pretty good already. I could do more. So perhaps revisit the idea on Planet Coaster 2. Yeah, right. I mean, the amount of work it takes to do something like this. And this, do you think this is insane? Wait till you see Golgotha. That isn't. I could do a lot more on Golgotha. Right, so that leaves. That's that. So that is. I mean, it's only a tiny little park. It's not that big, I say. Tiny little. No, it's quite spread out. Shop P. Braithwaite's Down has been empty for a while. Well, get someone in there, partner. Get someone in there. So 99%. Yeah, it was pretty much on max. Wow, there we go. Fallen Angels. Yeah, that was. So we've got Sunset Hollows Park, which I think is my attempt at a. Yeah, which was me doing a. We'll jump into Sunset Hollows before we get to Golgotha. Golgotha actually only took a month and a half to build, which is incredible. But I was putting 14 hour days. I think I've said that already. I was just doing crazy amounts of work on it, but I had the ideas. It's good when you get in a creative flow, because you get the creative ideas coming and going. Okay, so this is just, oh no, Sunset Hollows is all there. This is my Asian park. Okay. Sunset Hollows, because I like water features and I like Asian, much like I am Matty. So I started building this park, and perhaps I should have finished it, but perhaps I'll revisit the idea in Planet Coaster 2. Although they probably won't have an Asian theme, so in which case it'll make it 10 times harder to build, which is about 10 times more attractive to me. So this is only at 41%, not much. I can't find G. That's the one. So we'll walk in. I hope we get cherry blossoms. We need cherry blossoms. If they give me cherry blossoms, they give me some statues that look vaguely oriental, I'm doing this. I'm doing an oriental park. So yeah, you're coming over the bridge with the nice water lilies. There, they need to give me lilies, cherry blossoms, and I'm away. That's it, I can do this. Because look, as you may notice, these are not actually... This building was a pain in the backside to build there, but these are not actually using oriental pieces, all of them. There is a bit here. And then you've got a tree inside the building, which I absolutely love the idea of. I think I have shown this on stream before, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. You got Buddha, of course. Of course you have. You've got a nice little building which I was building here. It's got some awkward angles on, of course it has, because I never make my life that easy. It's just all peaceful and tranquil and very water orientated and just zen. Gee, this is my idea of an oriental park, by the way. I mean, there have been some brilliant oriental parks on. So this is, yeah, a nice claw. The claw, I think it's called the claw in this. I can't remember what it's actually called in reality. But there's the exit. Let's get out of here. So this is the bit I built first of all, just this little area there. So I tend to try and build infrastructure first, so that I can open the park to guests. And I build a ride, These are insane. Yeah, that's all little iron clippings. Yeah, the hooks to make that effect. Dragons, of course. Yeah. Just very traditional oriental style buildings. And then this place, which is a restaurant. I like to try and, if I'm going to build a massive building, like I don't like putting buildings in for the sake of putting buildings in. I may do it a little bit in Planet Zoo. Possibly. Don't know. So yeah, this is a restaurant you can go in, and a staff room. So yeah, it has a use. But we're going to check out the coaster. This is a plural, and there is a dark ride started in here. The dark ride is well, that's the toilets. We're not going in there. And then you've got another building, raised traditional building, and this has got a Looney Balloons. Just a memento, badly designed because that shouldn't be there right by the door. It blocks the door. And a Street Fox coffee. You can sit here and have a coffee and look out over the park. What a view. Or you can look that way, but I prefer that view. That's much nicer. Coaster, building, cherry blossoms. What more could you want? Well, you can look this way and look at the people walking by and the other coaster. Wait, we need sunlight. So yeah, that coaster is I don't think I finished that coaster, so that coaster's even less finished than the other one. And the dark ride, I think I did loads on that. Come on, let's get to daytime, please, peeps. I may have wanted lots of nighttime because I was probably going to put loads of light in it. Because water and lightning, they work really well together, in my experience. And there we go. It is morning. Yeah, so they can queue for their Looney Balloons. So this is the queue for, this goes out over the water and it's for these guys. I just wanted something that was a little bit wacky and zany and a bit tame. And then, yeah, here we go, an inverted coaster. I'm obsessed with inverted coasters. Like, and Kamali, I went on, I think it's Kamali, at Flamingo Land. Yeah, that's the first inverted I've ever been on, and I absolutely loved it, so I may have to try and seek some more out. Everyone's like, you live near Fantasy Island, you said that earlier in the stream, and that has Europe's biggest inverted coaster. Yeah, Odyssey. I'm scared of Odyssey. Alright, it petrifies me, but I may go on it one day. Yeah, you don't forget, I'm old these days. I can't do things like that. But yeah, I may go on Odyssey. It has a bit of a shake and rattle when you get into the, my stepdaughter said, when you get into the brake run. But my son's like, I've been on it, and he's 14. I'm like, yeah. Oh, hello, Lyric. How are you? Just in time for a coaster. An unreleased coaster. Yeah, aren't we all? 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. That's nice, 9 AM, yeah, that's a nice release time. We got to wait till 3 o'clock in the afternoon, which is not an ideal time. That's when the kids come home from school, which is probably why they've done it just before the kids come home from school, or just after. Yeah, just before the kids come home from school. That's probably why they've done that in the UK. But yeah, it's going to be good. I think it's going to be an experience. I'm really hoping the one thing they need in Planet Coaster 2, which they don't have in Planet Zoo, which is an essential item. Let me pause this. In settings, where is it? There is a. It's the same time but nicer to me over in the USA. Yeah, yeah, it is. That's much nicer. Where is it? There is a tick in here. There's something you can do. I can't remember which setting it is. There is a setting basically that allows you to show park boundary, and it's not in zoo, is it? I think it's like you can centralize the. Yeah, it's not default. Averaged orientation in advanced mode makes the advanced move rotate widget use the average orientation and position of selected pieces. This can be useful when all objects are aligned and rotated in the same direction as each other. That is one of the best settings in the game, because no, don't apply them at the moment, but what it allows you to do essentially is when you're rotating things, it doesn't rotate them. It rotates them on the same axis, which centralizes it. Whereas in Planet Coaster 2, a lot of the time, if you say have this and this, and we go like that, confirm, group scenery, edit scenery group. Right, yeah, I want them, confirm. And then we rotate. You didn't even know that was a setting. Yeah. See, sometimes they're not rotating correctly. When that gets, it kind of is. No, it's not. But yeah, it makes you. It allows you to make perfect circles. A lot easier, especially when working with complex or weird. Like when you're using lots of different. Sometimes it will rotate them in a spiral more than a circle. So yeah, it's a brilliant setting, and it's not in zoo. Believe me, I've looked. I've looked and looked. So I'm going to quickly. I'm just talking about things that perhaps I haven't released and stuff. This is one park. This is an Oriental park that I haven't released, but it's got a dark ride which we haven't been on, and a coaster which I haven't been on yet. And this coaster is Building 33. No, it's not. The Lost Kingdom. So I'm going to jump on here quickly, because we all like coasters. That's the reason we play Planet Coaster. And away we go. Well, hopefully it's in Planet Coaster 2, because if it isn't, it's a game breaker, deal breaker for me, with my designs and stuff. Okay, perhaps not a deal breaker, but you know, I'd be pretty upset if it wasn't in. It'd make my life a lot more difficult. Right, one more thing in this park, and this isn't even open, untested. Yeah, we will test it. We will jump into first person mode, and we will watch this. This is a dark ride, and I quite enjoy doing dark rides, but for some reason I never release parks with dark rides in, very rarely. Okay, I remember why I haven't done this and released this. It's not finished. But that was a pretty cool effect. Yeah, and then, yeah, it's not finished. So that's where I'd gone up to with that one. But I had ideas of what I wanted. Only Ghost can save the kingdom now, and then it goes on from there with like loads of, like, yeah, I had some, the action would have happened in the last scene, and then kind of a Star Wars-esque final ceremony. So you can see here, look, I've done this thick sign. That's very similar to the Golgotha sign. Obviously, I like doing that sort of thing. It probably, without even realising. So I attempted that one. I attempted a Viking park. We're going to have Viking theme tomorrow in Planet Coaster 2, so happy. I attempted a Viking park with no Viking theme. The only thing we had was a Valkyrie helmet. That was Planet Coaster's Viking theme. Here, have a helmet. So I was trying to build a dragon here. It's not too bad, but it looks a bit derpy. I just couldn't quite get the dimensions and everything right. I was getting there with it. But yeah, this is my unreleased Viking park. I think I have shown this before on stream. If I haven't, then welcome. This is a Viking park, complete with Viking wall. As I say, I try and keep everything very similar to the aesthetic of the real kind of a mix between fantastical and what would be really in a Viking settlement. So I look at games and real life. Yeah, and you've got all the... So Asgard, the land of Asgard, I think it's called, this park. And yeah, my little Vikings on either side, which are just pirates with weird helmets on. But these Viking helmets are too big for people. The Viking shields, of course. And the music from... So then you've got your Viking building, kind of. This is much more of a Viking building. And your ATMs. A staff only area, which we should have some gates on it really. Backstage area. Staff only. Mjolnir. Professor Worth has been empty for a while. I don't particularly care, if I'm honest. I don't particularly care. So we come up here, we have the entrance to Mjolnir, which has a height marker. You've got to be this high, you've got to be tall to ride this ride. Nice little queue. What else is in the queue? Blah 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 blah. Where are we going? We're going up here. Oh, is that the station? I thought... Oh yeah, that's the... I thought, like I say, I thought there was a bit under... Yeah, it's just got a flame under there. A thief has been caught resolving 2 crimes where possible victims have had their money returned. Is this a boomerang coaster? Much more, yeah. The control box. Custom stations. Control booths. Transfer track. So transfer tracks, I believe, aren't on every, or are on every coaster. I don't know, because I've not watched really Red Mel's latest video about Planet Coaster 2, which I'm gonna do tonight when I finish the stream. See what he says, because he says Frontier are listening. Right, this, yeah, Mjolnir is an insane coaster. It's a boomerang. And yeah, it crosses over with an inverted coaster. Yeah, I'm obsessed with inverted coasters. We know, we get the picture. You like them, right? Enjoy, people. Luckily, a boomerang is weighted both at front and back, and you actually get the feeling of that from that coaster, which is fantastic in of itself. To get that without actually being, physically being on a ride. So, how did this all start? Well, there was a competition to build a dragon coaster, and this is it, the entrance to Mako. And this is the dragon coaster that I made for a competition. It's one of the few competitions I've actually entered. Nice spider comes down just as we're walking through, and it was to make a junior dragon coaster and theme it however you like. And I went for Viking theme, and I went all out, kind of, because as we know, mind the gap, bit of realism there, but in the font Matty doesn't like, so. Yeah, it was an Iron Matty competition, so yeah, I entered this, and this is what started the idea of, hey, perhaps I should do a Viking park. This guy on the right does not look like he's enjoying himself. We do not need to go for a second lap, although we can. That's the entrance. There's also places, there's a place near the entrance to leave your belongings, although I should have put more of them in really. Too many guests are trying to use melted ice. That's because they want to drink. Leave them alone. Let them sit in the sun and try and melt the ice. So this is I can't remember what the Viking tree is called. The big tree, the massive tree that they believe in, yeah. So this is made up from lots of bushes and wooden pieces and trees and stuff, all mixed together to give it that effect. Tree of Life, I can't remember what it's called, and I'm so sorry because I used to know. Refreshments, covered over, vending machines, that you don't see people do that often. Nice place to sit by the water. All these things we were doing in Planet Coaster 2. Chairplanes with the Flight of the Valkyrie. The pirate ship that goes through a wrecked ship and a damaged structure. I just wanted to, it's themed already, but I thought, no, it's just nice to put a little bit extra on. I always add a bit more to the pirate ship because it looks amazing as it is, and then if you add a bit more, it looks even more amazing. You got the long ship with all the Vikings on, all rowing away. Go for it, guys! And obviously, the long ship is a reference to why there's a long ship here. Honest, it's the long ship, and there's the Viking writing long ship, the Lord of the Seas. And this is the queue line. Yeah, I went a bit crazy. So this is like the wood carvings that they would do. I know it's not actually. I know it's Oriental and all those things. Well, I need to employ more vendors then, don't I? But just leave me alone. I'm busy. I don't know why I haven't hidden the HUD. Let's destroy that. Get rid of that HUD again. That's better. That's better. So yeah, simple. You can simply design circular things like that and then take away half of it. It's so easy to do, you just multi-select. Just giving you a few tips. Yeah, so I love texture. Something you'll notice. A lot of my builds and that, I'm going for texture and feel. And there's going to be a lot more texture in Do You Love My Donkey? It's not a pinata painted to look like a donkey. So this is a few. This shop came out of necessity. Basically, guests were complaining over this side of the park. I was like, okay. So I put in a chief beef, hot dogs, ribs, and Professor Wurst. Oh no, they were hungry. Must have been hungry. This is the toilets. So using all the pieces, you'll probably recognise them if you play the game enough. There's like Ghostbuster bits and stuff and things like that. It's just all to create. And Magma, which is so the scenery, the kind of like setting was I was thinking like Greenland, kind of that sort of thing. Berserker's Rage. Now this coaster, this is another inverted coaster, for which I apologise. With my long-standing obsession with inverted coasters. Perhaps now I've been on one, I'll stop designing inverted coasters. But yeah, and it's got all the rows. Every single row is named. Row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, no entry. Oh, it's good. It's got no entry. Row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, it's a shame that this didn't actually see a light of day. Oh, we have a fixed time. We're going to get rid of that because sunset is really good. We'll jump on the one in station. Any interesting results? G's, yeah, G's are a bit high, but let's not let that get in the way of a good coaster. Because sometimes you could create the exact layout like a real coaster, and this game would tell you the G's are too high. Anyway, we are gonna join the Berserkers for a bit of rage. So yeah, this based on a real coaster. There's actually a loop that goes around the left hill. I can't remember if it's an inverted or not. I think it is an inverted coaster. So I was here watching Theme Park Worldwide, where he goes all over the world and stuff, and seeing all these different coaster designs. It inspires me to put those designs into my building. And then hey, notice box on the top there as well. Bit of realism. Another transfer track there to come to the station. Berserker's Rage, I'm pretty sure I have shown this park on stream before, but I can't remember. Yeah, so I use in-game inversions because Frontier explained that basically they programmed it so that the coasters will run correctly through them. When you create your own inversions, you do get a little bit of jank. Oh, there's the name of Draco there, and an actual dragon. Oh, excuse me, yawning. It must be late. Yeah, it's 2:45. 2:45, 1:45. It feels like 2:45. So I will be wrapping up this stream soonish, but there's a few more things to look at. So there's like yeah. This is the restaurant. What have I called it? Meet and greet. Brilliant. Meet and greet. Sad when you laugh at your own jokes, but no, obviously I created that because that kind of humour tickles me. And then, so yeah, custom windmill. It's just to get that look. And then you've got on the other side, the unfinished bit, you've got Loki, and then you've got Odin. So Loki is 3 drop towers, mischievous. Some people prefer one drop tower over the other. Don't know why. Probably like real life though. That's probably similar in real life. People prefer one, and then you got Odin. Yeah. So this building is, I'm at 81%. You'll probably notice. So the janky dragon and the fact that I've got to theme all this is the reason why this never got finished. Because 19%, I probably wouldn't be able to finish this with what I want to do. Which is a shame. Because could have been good. Hang on, it's a 3 coaster. Right, there's 3. We have 2 point. Right, G's are a bit high, but 14 airtime count and 3 inversions. So when everyone gets on here, we'll enjoy. But yeah, it's so it has lots of block zones. Right, here we go. It's got that little drop, that pre-lift hill drop, and a tiny little bit bunny hill, and then it just takes you up and up and up. I mean, I could have compromised and probably finished this park, but I don't like to compromise. So that's why after I'd done this and I was doing all this design, I thought I came into this problem. I'm trying to put 3 coasters in. I'd like, right, 3 coasters is pretty good, and a few flat rides and all the facilities to support that. Yeah, we'll go in a minute. The volcano there in the distance as well, which is really nicely crafted with the cracked rim with a lava pouring down. Yeah, so I was like, I'm not going to compromise anymore. So that's why after this I did Golgotha, and I really went for it. I just like, right, 1 coaster, 1 flat ride, basic facilities to support it, and then I had fortunate enough to put a transport ride in, and then that was it. The rest of it was theming and design. Planet Coaster 2, really hoping I'm going to do a lot more than that. I'm probably going to do a little bit of career just to get used to the controls, and then from there I'll just go in the sandbox and just mess about until I get used to doing everything in it, and then I'll be confident enough to build my first park I'm happy to release, which is the way I do things in Planet games, which is terrible really, but yeah, so I spend about 300 or 400 hours before I actually sit down to create anything in earnest. Right, anyway, let's enjoy this coaster. There's not a lot to look at, but yeah, it's nice. The design is good, I think. Nice. Yeah, so the layout is pretty good. Let's look at the station quickly. Oh, if we can get in there. Yeah, Odin and that. I listened to lots of podcasts about Viking legends when I was building this, and I found it all quite fascinating. Like Loki actually gets Odin to dress up as a maid at one point in one of the myths and legends. It's quite comical. But yeah, so that is the Viking Park. That obviously went on to become Golgotha. I think I did do some other stuff before that. Yeah, Land of Asgard. I did Adventure Ahoy, Serenity Park. Serenity Park I've never shown on stream, that's for sure. Oh, my TV wants to turn off. It's been on for too long. It's like, nope, I'm going to turn off. Serenity Park, we'll load that quickly up and then we'll go Golgotha. The Adventure Ahoy, I'm pretty sure I've shown that before on stream, and I don't want to talk about that. It's just a pirate park. It was good. I enjoyed it. It was just me wanting to do a pirate park. There was no influence, but I did obviously start then watching stuff about pirates and things, and as you do. But yeah, this is complete with rice fields. Guessing the Whisperer. The Whisper is cheap. So this is another Oriental Park. So you can see I want to do an Oriental Park. I really want to do an Oriental Park. And that's my entrance. Not fully finished. But yeah, basics are there. Probably would do more design, and then kind of, this is almost Oriental meets steampunk. Yeah, it's got a bit of future elements in. Kickflip. Yeah, I think I was trying to do an Oriental steampunk park. Yeah, because I think Matty mentioned it, and I was like, yeah, I'll try and do an Oriental steampunk park. Boy, is that so hard to do. So, why would anyone try and do that? I mean, what kind of nutter would take that on? Yeah, and it's probably my perfectionism and attention to detail. Yeah, it's definitely a steampunk park. Oriental. But yeah, you got the rice fields. And you got the coaster running all the way round. Some nice little buildings here. Floating buildings. All T-shirts by NH99 SVW designs. So really low roof. Kind of like a floating shop. That's quite nice. It's a nice little interior. But there is a coaster here. All steampunky. Windmills, that sort of thing. So the ideas were there. I just didn't finish it. So this is the Whisper. And it's a Woody. And that's all it is. A pure, simple, honest Woody coaster. But yeah, they're doing steampunk. Oriental steampunk it's very different to the common steampunk designs you would see. The common steampunk feel in architecture from the Victorian age in Europe, especially England more so. But yeah, anyway. I might actually think about this as we come to the end of the coaster. As you notice, we've hit a couple of drop zones already. Obviously I'm paying a lot of attention to it. There's a meme on my channel, like I mentioned earlier, I saw of mine. Look, what's happened here? We're looking downwards. Look up, look up. I don't know what happened there. What I do, I need a new controller is what happened there. The right stick has got stick drift. And it's really annoying. It's so frustrating for creating. Believe me. So yeah, I know what happened there. It's the total. Oh no, it's 26%. It's not too bad then. So I possibly could do it. I could probably make it. It's just very hard. Oh, and this idea here, linear. See, look, this is like pathing and stuff. So to build it, you build one. This is a trick as well that I use all the time for designing. You build one, and then you can just copy. And then when you've finished, you get rid of your post-it note. You go in, edit, build, and then you just delete that. But it just gives you that orientation better, because now if I click that and click, oh, it's not too bad actually. But no, it's slightly off. It is slightly off. Look, it's going at a slight angle. So if you had a series of that, imagine that over a period of time, it's going to drift out from your building or wherever. But if you use the post-it note technique, and you can orientate it against that, then it allows you to build so much easier, and then you just delete your post-it notes afterwards, which is how a lot of Golgotha was built. So I developed the technique here, and then yeah, went into Golgotha and built it. So I developed a lot of ideas in this Steampunk Asian Park, which will never get finished. It's a shame, because it's a nice idea. But perhaps one day I'll do a Steampunk Asian Park. So then Blossom, which is a Steampunk Asian Park, I think. I think I gave up on that one, and like I took the best bits from it and put it in Blossom. But yeah, that post-it note technique is fantastic, and I've forgotten about using it actually, and I just saw it there. So I'm probably going to use it a bit more in Zoo, because it would help me in Zoo. Yep, it's a Steampunk Asian Park. And look, yes, do you recognise the build? Yes, it's from the other build, from the other thing. But this has got some height change, some really hard stuff, and that's from the other one as well. So I was like, I'll keep the stuff that. And this was just the layout was there with R&R places to relax. The coaster was built, the sky base, all the rides that basically wanted the little feel, the old feel, and yeah, my post-it note technique, which is how I built most of Golgotha. So this is built as well. This is a big wheel, and it's one of the sliding big wheels though, and yeah, it's a nice little queue line, all decorated, complete with one of those, what are they called? Yeah, one of those pools, something. And yeah, you can queue here. Well, you're queuing, but nobody's running the ride because there's about 3 people that want to get on it. Coaster though, should we check out the coaster? An inverted. Are you surprised that it's an inverted coaster, people? I am. What a surprise! It's an inverted coaster. I think at this point I was like, I need to stop doing inverted coasters. I need to stop, and that's why Golgotha is not an inverted coaster. But yeah, let's enjoy this inverted coaster. Another one. How many inverted coasters have I built in my time on Planet Coaster? Not to mention the ones I've scrapped or were left on PS4. Yeah, probably way too many. Oh, that's really nice. Seeing the other train go by there. It's the beautiful Oriental music, which I used on bobsleigh once. The bobsleigh coaster, which has never seen the light of day either. It's still not a bad little coaster, is it? It's got some potential. I can see what it's going for with it. Oh yeah, slow bit. That's fine. That's good. That's a safe way. So you wouldn't need any, you know, the nets to stop things being dropped on people. You would possibly need one of them in case somebody took something out of their pocket through it. No, you would be able to give, yeah, you might be able to, I don't know. But yeah, I slow it down basically and bring it over there slowly. So that's quite nice. It's quite nice, this steampunk esque. But then I was like, well, I could do better than this, and I need to stop building inverted coasters, and yeah. But you've got the idea, and I've done the layout for it. It's just the rest of the work needs to be done for it. And that, I hadn't worked out how to do it. What I should have done is just simply built a platform building, and then built buildings. I was building buildings up around it. That would have been an interesting experience. I was going to say something else. It would have been a pain. Yeah, it would have been a pain. Pure and utter. But no pain, no gain. So that was Blossom, and that went on to become Golgotha. Golgotha. Do I complete a dark ride though before I finish my time on Planet Coaster? Have I ever completed the dark ride? Yes, I have, because I did one on Planet Coaster 1, which was a shooting ride, which was really good. I enjoyed it, and I stuck it underground at my old house tribute park. But this is Golgotha. This is only at 79%. 79%. It is undoubtedly, unashamedly, without question, the best thing I have ever built in a Planet game. By a country mile. I'm going to need to get comfortable for this one. It's very personal. It's a tribute to Volbara by Silverette, which I watched his streams and learnt how he did a lot of that, and it is insane on the detail, and we'll go into it all. So yeah, this is the bit everyone was possibly waiting for, and if you're watching it back the next day and you skipped this bit, hit the like and subscribe button if you're new here. It just helps me out, no end. We're going to jump it. Do I jump into Flipcam, or do I just wander around and talk about things? Let's just wander around and talk about things and take things apart and look at things, and let's see if Control Shift on the left hand side and G works. Control Shift G. No, it doesn't. For some reason it's only the right Control Shift G. I mean, it's about 3 keys to press. On the on Zoo it's just Control G. It's so much easier. So yeah, custom lampposts. Yeah, I'll just do it in free flow mode, because I can then jump up and down. I do like Flipcam because everything's designed with that guest perspective in view, but you can look at it like this as well. And yeah, all these were obviously, because they're so complex, these were designed with the post-it note technique I talked about. So I had I used to use the Adobe plaster or wall, and I build that, and then I build everything near it, and then I put them, and then I'd just be able to replicate, and the only time you need to change it is when you're doing like stairs and things like that. And yeah, you end up with that. This probably also used a bit of that. There's lots of modular building. The reason being is you want to maximise your creative time, and a lot of buildings are repetitive. So you just copy and paste, and also you separate buildings into several sections, which is another technique I use. So for example, I may have let me see if I can show you on here. Now that's all one building, which is I must have been off my head doing that. 2037 objects. But I don't know whether I use that technique in here at all. And there's a flower cog here, a nice water feature, and this is a tribute to my stepfather, who we sadly lost last year, which is why it says, "Can you get a good cup of tea?" there, which was all he used to ask whenever we went up out. So that's a nice little tribute to him. My zoo's going to have a tribute to our dog. We lost Mason last year as well. Mason was a big thing on the channel, a big part of me. He was often mentioned in the channel and that. And sadly he's no longer with us. He was a wonderful dog, and I do miss him. My old German Shepherd. Why have 8 people left my park? Who gave you permission? Just 'cause I'm talking and being sincere, and some people don't like that. Keep off the grass. And so it kind of, it's got that British feel, but then I've got that. Yeah, this is like Oriental water lilies, but steampunk versions. And obviously, created all stuff there. And then the steampunk bridge. I used to love just designing stuff like this. I'd spend an entire morning, like good 3 or 4 hours just designing that. There is another one like that in this. Obviously you can take the sky ride up to the park, which we'll probably do. It's probably the better way of getting up there. I mean, it's insane, isn't it? Hang on. What are you doing? Let's go for 6 PM, 5 PM, 5:50, 5:40. Yeah, 5:40. 5:30. 5:35, because the higher up you get, yeah, so it looks really, the lighting was pretty much considered, even though it was like a country park, and you've got that Oriental. I would love to be able to put seagulls in this game, even if I could just put the odd seagull around. I would pepper some seagulls all over the place, and just not literally pepper seagulls, but you know what I mean, plaster them everywhere really, and give them that feel. But then I need some decals, the kind of decals we've got in Zoo. Decals in Planet Coaster 2, please, decals. I mean, TMTK, they put them, the grubby designs, but yeah, this, as you can see, is steampunk, unashamedly, openly steampunk. The other technique I use is, I think I've just blended it all together afterwards, but what I would do is separate one part of a building. I think I've used it up here on the station, which we haven't quite got to. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. When we get up there, remind me, I'll try and show you. Right, we're going to do the Ministry of Transport. No, nope, we are about to leave. Yep, off we go. Let's go up there. I'm going to talk while we go up there. So yeah, you would build your entire building, but to do the details, because you want to be able to grab all the detailed stuff, but not the wall, and yes, you can deselect the wall, but to do that each time is a pain in the backside. It's laborious, it's time consuming, you don't want to be doing it. So you just separate one part of the building, just take one wall, one bit of the floor or something that won't get in the way of where you're building higher up, and then you put all the detail on a separate thing. Or you put the windows on one piece and you put framing on another, pipes on another, for example, or other detailing on another, and that way you can then grab things as and when you want, and you build this modular way of building, and it's a lot quicker and a lot easier and a lot more efficient, which allows you to build something like Golgotha in a month and a half. It's pretty insane, I know, but it allows you to do that. Once you start building modularly, start thinking, you know, in the way that architecture is designed. A lot of these buildings, people are like, a lot of buildings aren't square in reality, and they have interesting, they are. Fortunately they are. It's the easiest shape for us to build, a rectangular building. However, older buildings tend to have extensions and stuff and things put on them. But you look at modern builds, they are square, they are bland, they are boring, they are dull. They do not look like anything like this. You know, if you want this theme park type look, yes, they have lots of different angles and that, but that's not. Depends on what kind of feel or look you're going for. So yeah, this is Golgotha, probably my best, yeah, undoubtedly my best work. You know, just my best creation ever. And I kept watching the way that Silverette was designing things, and he said, you know, you've got to come up with, I think, look, See that building there. Hang on, is everything... Yeah, for example, look. See, that building's separate. Everything on top is separate. There are separate things there. And sometimes... So that is connected to... See, and all things are built separately. That took ages to do. And I looked at the way Silverette did it, and he was like, you design one section, obviously, and then you just replicate it round. And if you don't want it to all look the same, like I thought I'd put a door down here. I was going to put a door down here so you could actually get out, and I never did, obviously. Need to go in and just take this bit off and make a door, because I can make a custom door in no time. But whether it could have that pointed arch type look, I don't know. Hopefully, yeah. I don't see why not. So this is that's a normal roof. That there is a custom roof. That there is 2,500 pieces, and that's just a roof. Just a roof. And it's nearly 2,600 pieces. It's just shy of. So this obviously as well here you've got the roof, and I've put all these other bits on it. So it breaks up the original design of the roof. Same again here. You just take in something that someone's used to seeing, and then changing their slightly averting their expectations, changing them slightly, and that slight little change. This is just just building circles. Sometimes it doesn't always work. You'll notice that you can build like I would build an entire section in there, and then I would replicate that and replicate that. So that'd be 3 or 4. Well, sorry, going inside there. It'd be 3 or 4 pieces at once that I'm rotating, and so there's 3 or 4 pieces. You rotate it like 180, split it apart as far as the circle you need it to be, the circumference, and then you just rotate. Location, location, location. Rotation, rotation, rotation. Same thing. Honest. So this was like the pump house. This is one of the first buildings I built. Also another custom roof. And then I went over here and built these. But they were bland for a very long time. I had no idea of how to make them look. That's not a custom roof, but I've added extra bits on it just to make it look slightly different. So that's not, someone that plays Planet Coaster a lot is going to know that's a roof, but that's not how they're used to seeing the roof. So they're like, oh, that's different. These are fairy lights, of course. I was surprised that didn't crash the game. It's kind of like I think I had backups at this point, and I was like really tentative because I knew I had all the flames effects, and I was quite near the end when I built this little pagoda type bit, I suppose. And yeah, so a lot of this stuff, the circular stuff that I do, is not possible in Zoo. It's frustrating that it's not possible in Zoo, because I'd love to build and this is a custom light or fixture, and obviously you've got the Ferris wheel coming through it all, and then the tributes on this side. But the coaster, the coaster I originally built, and then I built everything around it. So I built the coaster, then I built the scenery leading up. So for a while it was just some stumps sticking out the sea with a coaster floating above them. And I was like, right. But I had ideas of how I wanted it to look, how I wanted it to feel, and I wanted these little places of serenity just to get away from it and just chill. I want it to feel like a real place. This is one of my favourite views as well, just here. Just being here with the coaster flying over. And this is all, like these, obviously you can tell, that's just one in itself, and then I just put them together how I like. And I've just replicated them there. These are a little bit more awkward and tricky to do, because that's 100% custom, and you've got to get the rotations right, and you're trying to come out and join. So you've got to, after a while, you will create a long one and get the rough idea, and you put it in the rough orientation, and then connect it. And obviously all the connections, connecting it to the coaster so it looks like it's actually holding the track. that's kind of doing the support, and this is being supported back here. So yeah, there's a lot of thinking about how would it be anchored, where would it be designed, and this is the power unit. This is the steam, and yeah, with the vents, and this is perhaps where the person that looks after it all would live or have access. And yeah, so there's lots of thought and thinking into the design. I do like this little bit here, because if you don't believe it could work, or it has any semblance of working, then it's not going to sell it to other people. So you've got to have a level of believability, and everything in this park is run on Steam. There's only one coaster though. There only needs to be one coaster. It has Bon Voyage, which is exactly what it says at the beginning of Silverette's Volvara. If you've seen that, if you haven't watched Volvara, 5 minutes of your life, totally worth taking. That time. It's fantastic. It's one of my favourites. It's up there with Galaxy and BTH's Wipeout coaster. In fact, it's possibly better because he didn't have reference. Possibly, arguably, or it's on a par. You decide. Anyway. Custom flower pots on the left hand side, but I'll shut up and let you enjoy this. So yeah, that was Golgotha. We'll ride it again in night time, but yeah, this station in Steam we trust. Just all the designs, all circulars, it's all circles. This is fencing, of course. Of course, fencing is very good for your makeshift stained glass windows. Massive book arch, like books. It was kind of like, it has that Gothic or religious type architecture design. I know where I am now. The Age of Steam. Yeah, so that obviously isn't on there. The Age of Steam, that's sunk in. I so hope in Planet Coaster 2 that there's still the ability to do the rotation thing. If I can't rotate things in the same way, I probably will cry. I will physically cry. Anyway, well, let's look at this in cinematic. Yeah, it would destroy a lot of my builds actually. We'll have a look in cinematic. I really wanted that interaction between the coaster and the flat ride, because I was like, they're the only things in there. They've both got to be stars in their own right, and they've both got to have that interaction. And it's something I'd never done before. It's like ride and coaster interaction. Flat ride and coaster interaction, and I was like, I wanted to do that. As you'll notice, that is the actual that's the it's 20 past 1, so bear with me. That's the airship from Lost Fortress. It's just I've changed it a bit and made it a lot better, and I put the steam engine in there as well. Sorry, the hot air balloon. It's good on and off ride. I used to fire this up, and when I wasn't feeling very creative, I would just whack the coaster on and think, what do I want to do? How do I want to do this? All the hanging lights, everything. So things like that, I just watch it and I go, and I watch and I think, where's detail missing? Where do I need to add things? What do I need to add? What would make sense going there? And so I'd work through that process, and I'd sit there and perhaps watch the coaster go around several times. Sad, I know, but yeah, no, it's not sad. It shows, I think, if you appreciate a coaster, also it allows you to iron out any bugs, allows to see any issues if there's clipping, Like the amount of times I watch someone's coaster, and especially if you're entering a competition or something like that, and I'm like, oh, geez, and they haven't tested their rides, and there's a massive flip, and then you go through a bush or something, or a tree, and you just think, more test your rides, just, it's so important. But it's also, it can make the difference between a fantastic coaster and something that people go, ooh. Yeah, so don't just slap down a coaster and be done with it, would be my advice. Just keep going there. So yeah, I went into this and looked and looked and looked and looked and looked and looked at the empty spaces and just designed them and designed them and designed it and designed it and designed it. It's, yeah, even now I'm amazed that I made this. And then you've got your nice tranquil little square with your steampunk clock, which has got an actual crown on top of, except you can't really notice it because of all the brackets. These are brilliant, wooden brackets, just wooden brackets everywhere. There is probably, I dread to think, and these are actual vases, which you can probably tell close up with dragons on. But yeah, it was just insane. And then there's one final detail about Golgotha. Yeah, it has a shoreline. It has an actual tidal system. Because why not? Oh, and the pump house. The old engine, that's the power unit that takes the steam up. Working away. Yeah, because that's what you need. So, as I say, it's believable. That's drawing up the water, or the steam, and everything else up into the system. And then it's all being processed, and it runs through, and it's distributed through pipes, and all runs into the city. So yeah, it's a bit anally retentive, I know. And then you got a nice little well out the back here, another peaceful, tranquil area. Oh, and excess water coming out here occasionally, which, yeah, you need overflow for it. And then this is round by where the coaster runs, using the technique that I had in, yeah, with the mermaids, but just repeated and repeated and repeated to give that effect, which was what I discovered in Lost Fortress. So yeah, so it's the vintage pack. I love the vintage pack, and I love all these bits. The fact that we have all these bits, like the coaster bits, these make it possible. Without them, you wouldn't be able to do a steam pump out, all those rivets and bolts and things on, chains, yeah, all that sort of thing. This is actually kind of like the telescope, but it's actually a support arm, and then it's supported out because it supports 2 bits of track, and plus these massive lights fixtures, which the light fixtures were my steampunk versions of lights from Empire Strikes Back. So yeah, that's the influence for that one. Wafers are perfectly fine if you don't know they're wafers, and they're fins on an airship. So yeah, the Golgotha is batshit crazy. Excuse my French, but it is. But it is engineered to the point where it's believable, it works, it's everything, that it needs to be. And that's why it's so good and enjoyable. And they bothered to put trees in the background. I think it's about 60,000 pieces all in all built. So you got all that there, which is going to be given slow down. So we're up to 50,000. So have I got more there? Yeah, there's more to be added on. So that's 50,000 plus everything else I built. Yeah, you may assume that all this was there. Nope. This is me putting background in. I had to do it sparingly and sparsely, but I kind of looked at where things were missing. So yeah, all in all, it's 50,000 pieces. 50,000, yeah, 51,000, just under 51,000. Let's say, yeah, 50,750. It's all placed by hand. crafted. See, I didn't really bother with the scenery too much in the background. It's not sculpted. Like now I'm sculpting scenery because you'll see it close up. In Zoo, I'm sculpting scenery. But when you're not seeing it close up, where you're just seeing it like that, and it is just for a backdrop, it doesn't need to be detailed. And it doesn't matter that it's not. When you get close to it, it looks like, yeah, it looks like absolute rubbish. But it doesn't need to be, as I say, that important, because on ride, when you're on here, when it matters, it looks good. Yeah, and as I say, this coaster doesn't invert, so it's perfect. Perfect in the design. And the eyes, the Big Brother eye, steampunk eye. So yeah, mate, I think that's the best thing. If you want to create custom buildings or custom parks or something like this, themed experience, you know, or you want, it depends which route you go for, realism or theme. I personally like the themism, as I call it, which is like a mixture of the two. Kind of like realistic elements with theming, which is why obviously I've gone into the lengths of making this an engineering project rather than just a, a simple park. And I can't believe I got it done in the time I got it done. But as I say, I used a lot of modular techniques. Things are repeated. There are things I worked out. So like supports, see there, and then you've got all these supports holding up this building. It's just like, okay, I want that there. Right, well, how is that going to be there? It's not going to hang in the air. It needs to be supported. And then it's like, well, how am I going to build those supports? Realistically, if you want my honest opinion, that wouldn't work. That should fall into the sea. But it's a game. Get over it. Okay. But yeah, this is just the one that took, and because it took so much to build, design, create, and it was a thoroughly enjoyable experience. Like every time I finished building, I'd look at something and go, bloody hell, I built that, you know, sort of thing. And it would astound me at times. But yeah, it did almost make me want to stop playing Planet games, full stop. Because when I finished, I was like, that was insane. And then, so that's why I went, since I've been playing Zoo, it's kind of dabble. I did do something after this. As you can see, there are a few attempts at parks. So Project, we'll go to first of all. And I think there are some interesting ideas in these. And I was trying techniques that I've never used before. So, some of them. I think this project is a steampunk Asian park. Again. Would you say you've attempted this a few times, sir? Yes, I have. How successful is it? Not at all. So yeah, this is my... Is it steampunk? Yeah, it's a steampunk Asian park. With some floating bits. Ignore the floating bits. I think they're to work out. Oh, they're to work out. Yeah, they're to do my rotation stuff. So you can use posts to rotate things as well. There are actual posts that are gridded in. Yeah, see, look, it's on a grid. So you use that, and that is connected to things down there. See, and then that allows you to create something, and then you just rotate that post, copy it, and it basically takes the piece round and builds it, takes it through the 4 degrees, so you get 4 sides. It's very helpful for building really complex stuff. So yeah, this is a nice little seaside Asian park that's never even seen the light of day when it was finished, but has a nice little coaster which has a nice technique on it. I think the Foundry. Yep. And this is lots of custom elements. What's the results like? 6.2, 2.55. That's not too bad. 2.5 Gs. Okay, it's really good. It's really good. High and it hits green across the board for the ratings, which is nice because it would work from the management sim side. So you could possibly plonk this into a park and it would do a job. And you can't transfer stuff from Planet Coaster 1 though to Planet Coaster 2, so that's all pie in the sky really, isn't it? Let's enjoy the ride anyway. I come out on. And yeah. What? Okay, I can't be doing that. I think I was probably fiddling with ride time cam, film grain. No. No. Just no. Link to visual effect. What? Vintage crackle. What visual effect? What? What are we doing? Intensity. What? Okay. Color grading. Oh no, there's no color grading. Okay, cool. Right, hopefully that's fixed it. I think it was that graininess. Let's try again. It looked awful. You couldn't see it, could you? But yeah, there's a technique I use on here that's pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, that's better. Much better. Oh yeah, this is designed for front bumper. I forgot. I was like, this is really janky. Why is it really janky? What's going on? It's front bumper. I don't know whether you saw the effects in there. So yeah, it's really in view, like in first person view. It's awful. Janky is. Oh. Right. Anyway, it should reset when we get back to the station. But anyway, yeah, we'll enjoy it. It's meant to be enjoyed. I bet it's a lot smoother like this. Excuse me, yawning again. 7:10 p.m. Oh, okay. We need it to be light because I want to talk about things. So yeah, that's all custom elements. It's far better in Right. Okay. I wanted to edit coaster. I'll just close it and then I'll select edit coaster. Thank you. So section wise, yeah, there's loads of custom bits. Oh, yeah, I'm using really short pieces. That's why it's so janky. I think it's all custom. Like every inversion is custom. I think, yeah. Oh no, that's a pre-made piece. Apologies. So is this my curiosity, and that's a pre-made piece. Yeah. So some of them are pre-made pieces, and some of them aren't. That's a pre-made piece. But yeah, there's and that's yeah. But it felt really janky, even through the pre-made pieces, which was weird. Hey, water feature. It's yeah. So that was an attempt at an Asian steampunk park. Oh, I like the lights. I really like them. That's a really nice view, actually. It's pretty. All right. That was Dreamers. That was Project? What was Dreamers Meadow Park? Playpen Park? What? I don't know. Wonderland Park. Wonderland Park. I did loads of Wonderland Park. Dreamers Meadow. There's a full flat ride in here. I think the dark ride, sorry, and that's it. It's just a dark ride. So that's all we'll bother with. And then once we bother with that, then we'll go on to the last few projects. So yeah, it's fantasy themed. Oh, I was building a coaster. Is it a janky coaster? It's a dragon. It's a dual. It's two dragons. And perhaps I had a really good idea for what I was going to theme it. Because why do you need to build a massive dragon unless it had a storyline going with it? Guessing so. This though is a dark ride, a Magic Cat's dark ride, and we want to be in the station. So yeah, this is a nice little dark ride, and this is just me trying out things really. And I think I enjoyed this, but I gave up because I think I've just run out of steam with it really, as invariably happens with so many things. I don't think there's any particular story to that. It's just trying to sell the. Why do I need 6 security guards in an empty park? Go figure. Yeah, so I was just trying to sell fantasy. I think that was the idea. Yeah, it took ages to build that. And then there's still things like this that need covering up. And I was like, oh, I don't know how to cover it up. Now I know how to cover it up. I just build a tower on top of it. It's so easy. So easy. But I probably had no ideas at the time. Playpen Park? I can't remember much about Playpen Park. It wasn't very inspiring, obviously. So these are failed projects that never got off the ground. I think the problem was when I finished building Golgotha, I was just like, I just can't do anything like that ever again. And, you know, am I going to have to build... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is what I did want to show you. This is... Everything is custom in this. Because spinning coasters do not invert. They don't. They just don't, alright? They just don't invert. Just to let you know. But it is... yeah, the Ride to Happiness. I call it Euphoria. I mean, it's heavily inspired by the Ride to Happiness. But we'll do a spinning version and then we'll do a non-spinning version. Every inversion is custom on this, and it works from the seat view, I think. So, because it has to, because it's got to spin. We'll do a chase view now, but yeah, I kind of wanted a look forward. Does that work? Does it spin on look forward? We'll find out in a minute. Oh yes, it does. We'll do chase. Yeah, I did want an element of spin on it because the Ride to Happiness has that element of spin. I was copying that. So obviously that's settling. That's a daunting part to try and replicate in Planet Coaster, especially with the limitations of console. Yeah, so that's probably why this never got off the ground. The coaster's not bad, but perhaps I should have themed it to something completely different. But yeah, I'm kind of making it that nice sort of, as you see from the scenery around. It just takes so long to do something this high level detail, and my fear was obviously doing this and then going to that level of detail, would I only be able to put in one coaster, and would I want it to be a gimmick essentially. And I've tested it with guests, they don't hit their heads on that bit. It's absolutely tested. I mean, there's no arm clearance, then really it wouldn't get past health and safety. But if you're hanging upside down putting your arms down, what you're doing, you should be holding on for dear life to the bar. Keep your hands and arms in the car at all times. So that, yeah, was my tribute to A Ride to Happiness. Wonderland Park was the last one I built ever, and got sidelined when Zoo came out, because I started building Zoo and realised that the foliage in there is infinitely better. But it has some nice, the time machine's broken down, of course it has, I think I've shown this on on stream before. I remember talking about it. But we'll go for one last ride. This is the Beast. Oh, actually, we won't. We really need to go back to the start of the park. What the heck are you doing? Behave yourself. Planet Coaster Wonderland. So I want it to be a final celebration of Planet Coaster, because I'd heard the rumours about this Planet Coaster too. Oh look, Planet Coaster in the water. But at this angle, you can't even tell it's there. And yeah, realism, that sort of thing. So you've got a staff room, and then you've got Hot Dog Squad, complete with a massive mural. You can walk through to your next shop, which is Chief Beef, because they're a chain. Now 30% beef. Chief Beef Flame Grilled. Cosmic Cow. And yeah, the giant food on the outside, so you can see it from miles around. Cosmic Cow ice cream, complete with ice cream mural. And then, because it's a chain with Cosmic Milkshakes over here. Cosmic. Totally terrific, Del Boy. And then you've got Street Fox Coffee, which has got the usual coffee perfect. Oh, it's got a mural on it. Of course it has. And a popcorn machine, so that they actually come in and use it. But no guests come in and use popcorn machines, don't be silly. And what would you expect them to do that for? And then you got the other staff room at the other end. And they do actually come in here, but they go in the toilets, in inverted commas, and stand in there for ages. Sometimes they go in together, communal. And I was building like a pub type, the Duck and Pond, which is a restaurant. And it's suitably large, like a restaurant. So I built this, which is terrifying, and also a tribute to a coaster that got an uphaul, Nemesis at Alton Towers. I think I've shown this before. I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's an inverted coaster, for crying out loud. Of course it is. But so is Nemesis. So that's the reason why. Honest. So this is pretty good as well. We'll go for a blast on this. So yeah, some eggs, some alien research, X-Files, basically, which is very similar to what Nemesis is like at Alton Towers in X Sector. Act of vandalism seen on security camera. Mother built baskets. Kick them out. Don't never come back. This is my adventure theme, so I was going for different themes. The Beast. Okay, the Beast is in the station. 3 trains. 3 trains, people. It can be done. So I'm probably going to be pushing my stuff, my designs in Planet Coaster 2. And I think I want to go for different themes, because I think that way will be interesting for me. I might do a bit, a section that's one theme and a section that's another theme, and have supporting shops and everything in each area. And I think we have a kid. I think we have a... Oh, for crying out loud, kids. Just get them off the bloody coasters. Oh, just ban them. outright. Right, are we going to get an adult in the front? Come on, come on, come on. I'm getting excited. Please, an adult in the front seat. Come on, lady with the pointy Liberty, Statue of Liberty hat. Come on. Yes, she has just saved us. Let's go. And kid, adult, kid, adult, kid, adult, kid, adult, kid. Yeah, anyway, we get the picture, and you can tell the difference. Right, let's go. I said let's go. Come on. Let's go. Oh no, you got to wait for everything to clear, haven't you? Sorry, stick drift again. Nice little woody coaster. So I think now for my designs to keep my interest, I have to do like multiple themes, which partly drives me up the wall, but it's also amazing. So supporting flat rides and areas. Yeah, this isn't steampunk, honest. This is just steam orientated. Could be punk, possibly. Maybe not. You know, Jules Verne, kind of. People studying, like loads of books. Anyway, we have an inverted boomerang. We are not going to jump on this inverted boomerang because it will absolutely ruin Time Machine, the Time Machine, if we get on before the ride stops, comes to a stop. Okay, bingo. Only adults can ride this, thankfully, so we won't have the children in park problem. This is all done on Time Machines. Well, it's obviously about time machines, yeah, Jules Verne, that sort of thing is the influence behind it, and obviously that's steampunk, but away we go. So I don't know if you could tell there, because we started in night, which was a bit of a shame really, because you should start during the day. But yeah, as you go forward in the, you may have seen the time cams there. As you go forward in time, it's Wrath has broken down. Is this Wrath by any chance? No, that's Clockwork. Wrath. Is this Wrath? That's Gamma. Where the bloody hell's Wrath then? Wherever it is, it's broken down. Oh, this is Wrath. I probably had ideas for that. So this is like a steampunk area. And fitting lights. But yeah, it goes forward in time as you go all the way up to here, and then obviously as you come back and trigger the same triggers, but it goes backwards in time. So it's a time machine based yeah, time machine based. Gamma's broken down. Okay, very good, thank you. Put road breakdowns on. So yeah, this was Wonder Park. This was going to be my final. Hooray, hurrah, and goodbye. The details are still there, the ideas, the designs, everything, but I think Golgotha still stands loud and proud. This has got 3 coasters in, so you know, and I know. I wouldn't be able to do what I wanted to. So, which is upsetting. It's frustrating when you have these brilliant ideas and you're like, let's go and execute them. And the pieces, I would think in my head, I know the pieces are in the game, and I'd know how I'd do it. In my head I'd plan it out, that piece, that piece, that piece. Or sometimes I'll just have a rough idea. I just stick loads of scorpions with some stalactites in them, and yeah, and some scorpion stingers at the front with some gems in magma. And there you go, I made a weird creature, which is bloody brilliant. So hopefully I can do weird stuff like this in Planet Coaster, and weird and wonderful stuff. Wacky, that was kind of, I wanted something, I want the monsters to look almost Geiger-esque. So I went for that kind of weird look to it all. But yeah, I think it works quite well. It looks like a scary arachnid thing. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. The Golgotha was definitely the main thing, the main one. And it was thoroughly enjoyable to build Golgotha. But as I say, it took a lot out of me. And I also, after I built it, I pressured myself I would have to meet those standards again, or exceed them. And it's just not possible in Planet Coaster, really. As much as I love the game, and I really enjoy my time with it. Some of the stuff I built in here is fantastic. And you can just see the ideas I had, and the reason why we didn't execute them was because of that's part of the coaster that's built in. Yeah, I just couldn't execute them because of that Oswald meter limit. And whilst there's going to be a limit in Planet Coaster 2, it's going to be nowhere near as restrictive as this was. Because this had to be compatible with PS4 as well to a degree, and PS5, sorry, as well. So yeah, it's just last gen's holding us back, really. Right, I'm getting really tired and struggling to stay awake now that I've spoken about everything and discussed everything. Thanks for watching, thanks for joining me, and I will see you all again soon. I'm going to stream something else tomorrow. Wonder what it could be. I don't think there's anything important releasing tomorrow. Yeah, but so if you've made it to the end of the stream, don't forget to like, and if you're watching it again in the future, comment. Do you remember this moment? And the change from Planet Coaster 1 to 2? Yeah, let me know. Let me know what you thought of the scrap projects as well. It's always interesting to get some feedback. would you like to see me do a multi-theme part in Planet Coaster 2? I think possibly it would be time to attempt that. The only reason I've never attempted it before is I don't think I could do it in Planet Coaster because I'd just break the game. I'd fill that meter in seconds. Therein lies the issue. So yeah, it's I kind of like, this is like a Pink Floyd cover, isn't it? Let's be honest. I think I use that as influence for my factory stroke library living quarters and building a time machine. Oh, excuse me. Yep, yawn again. Right, before I yawn a third time, or fourth time, or fifth time, or however many times it's been, I'm gonna get out of here. But yeah, this was like the guy was trying to invent a time machine, so he had all these books around him studying, and they were things he was using to reference to try and work out. One of the hardest things to ever work out, that we definitely won't. I don't think we'll ever work out time travel. By that point, you're practically godlike status. I think it's gonna happen somehow. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. I'm rambling. I'm talking, waffling, talking rubbish. You made it this far. Like I say, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. It helps the channel out no end. And I'd like to be at 1,000 subs before the end of next year. It would be lovely. So I appreciate each and every one of you that are subscribed, and I will see you all soon. Thanks for watching. Good night.